collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Henshin built Gavv and Gochizo holder set from Kamen Rider Gavv. I'm very excited to finally have this. If you saw my live stream from yesterday, pretty much all the other stuff that came out this weekend I had gotten over HLJ, but I picked this up at Amazon Japan so that I would ensure that I would get the bonuses. So you have these two bonuses. You can see we got the Gavv Gochizo, and I think there's a there's a clear translucent purple vinyl in here as well, along with this Kamen Rider Gavv Ride Kemi trading card. So these were the pre-order bonuses for this, and I wanted to make sure that I got those. So Amazon Japan actually had a listing where it said that you would get those, so I ordered it over there. HLJ, it's always kind of iffy. You never know if you're actually going to get that stuff or not. I'll probably take a look at all that stuff in a video tomorrow, but for now I wanted to take a look at this. So the Henshin belt Gavv, kind of an interesting name. Usually we have some kind of driver, but if you've seen the first episode of the show, spoilers, this is actually part of his anatomy. It is a weird mouth in his stomach, so very interesting. It's not actually a driver. It's not something he clips on. It is part of his anatomy, so I'm assuming that's why it's called the Henshin belt Gavv instead of, the Gavv driver. But then we also get Pop and Gummy, of course, is included, as we see him use in the first episode for his base form, featured very prominently here on the left side of the box. You also get this little holder, which, it just is going to clip onto the belt, but I've also seen some pictures, and maybe it's on the back. No, here, we can see it over here. He kind of uses it as like a little mech suit, which is kind of interesting, so we'll check that out. And then we get the Vrukan, or I'm trying to look, if we look at the katakana up here, it's Burukyan Gochizo. So Vrukan, I don't know. It's a lollipop. It's what he uses to summon the bike. You can see it over here in the lower right corner. We saw that in the first episode as well. So apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this is a weird, wild belt, but I'm very excited to check it out. Over here on the side, just have a cool picture of Gavv with the Gochizo floating around, and then I got the belt down there. Over here on this side shows you the contents that are included. So again, you have the holder, you have the two Gochizo, and the belt itself. Nothing really going on the bottom here. It is going to take 3 AAA batteries, so something to keep in mind. And then over here on the back, showing us how to use the belt, pop in the Gochizo, spin the crank, all that good stuff. Hit the button on the side. We'll take a look at all of that. And then it shows, I think this is actually Pop and Gummy in here, so you can do the attack. And then, of course, we also have Punching Gummy. Kicking Gummy comes with the sword, I believe, so we'll take a look at that in that video. But we have a couple different ones we can pop in here and check out. We also have Zaku Zaku Chips and the Fuamalo, which are in the, I guess, the DX set, the first DX set, along with the Gachard Gochizo. So all that stuff will be coming later this week. Probably have a Gavv video just about every day this week, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. Let's go ahead, let's get everything out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. So here is everything you get in the set. Of course, we have the Henshin belt Gavv, we have the Popping Gummy Gochizo, and then we have the Budokan, or Vurukan, I don't know how we want to pronounce it. But this little guy right here. And then this is the holder. The holder is super basic. So just to kind of get this out of the way real quick, it's just a little clip. You can put it on the belt. You can put it on your pants pocket. You can clip it anywhere that will fit. And they clip on there, and it has these little arms. And that's really all that it does. That's as much as they can move. And that's as much as this does. You can see that they have these little clip spots here on the back. And then that has the little clips right there. So you just pop it on, and it snaps pretty firmly in place. I don't think that's going to fall out anytime soon. And then you just pop it right off. And then if you want to transform it and then clip it in, you can do that as well. Should fit in there. So now you can see a little lollipop devil in there, which I think is totally sweet. Pop this out, close this up, and then if you want to put in Popping Gummy, can also clip in there. Now, one thing I will say, not all of them fit in so easily when they are opened up. So if we pop this one open, I love the little translucent purple arms. I think that's absolutely fantastic. But you would have to kind of move the arms up out of the way to clip this one in open. Still possible, but if you try to move the arms, they would hit into his arms, so you run into some problems there. But you can connect them open or closed, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's really it for this thing. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's kind of funny that they make it like a little mech suit for the Gochizo. But yeah, it holds one, and it's not that exciting. And the only reason they really wanted it was for this, because this is really fun. So moving to the belt, I'm going to put these two to the side for a moment. Now I should point out, of course, that it does come with the straps as well. So you clip one side in here, clip one side there, then it comes around, clips to each other, and they always give you that plastic little, you know, connector. It really just kind of goes over top of the connection and keeps it sturdy. I just don't ever wear these. They don't fit me, so I don't bother with them. So I usually just leave the straps in the box, but I wanted to at least point out that they are included in case that's your thing. Moving into the design of this, it is quite a goofy transformation belt. Probably up there with the goofiest I've seen. I've definitely warmed up to it. When I first saw pictures of it, I really did not like it at all, but I've definitely warmed up to it. You know, it's mostly red here, obviously, with this little bit of kind of copper-colored teeth. And then you have the tongue piece that jets in and out, which is really fun. Speakers are right here on the front, so should be able to hear this pretty well. The crank here, you can see, moves the mouth, open and close, which is a lot of fun. And then you have the button here, which pops it open, and then close it back up. Here on the back, this is the battery compartment, so you would just push this little button here. The plate will slide down, and that's where you insert your 3 AAA batteries. Got your on and off switch there. I was trying to look around on this and see if there's anywhere where you could attach more things. I mean, we've kind of gotten used to having, you know, transformation devices or drivers where it's very obvious something is going to plug in later on and enhance this for a power-up or something. I don't really see anything that will clip onto here. I mean, I'm assuming just everything is going to be maybe larger and larger pieces to fit into the mouth area. Maybe it'll just stay open. I don't know. I don't really see anywhere where you're going to clip any additional stuff. Maybe this, but I think this is just what makes the tongue pop in and out. So yeah, I don't think that's that's just something to make it work. So I don't know. I don't think there's really anywhere to attach stuff to this. So we'll see. Maybe he'll just get a new belt halfway through or something. We've seen things like that before. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. If I can find the button when I'm not looking at it. So there we go. If we turn the crank while there's nothing in the mouth, it'll still make the chomping sounds. And if we hit the button, he burps. I think that's hysterical. That's fantastic. So that's all that it does on its own. So let's go ahead. Let's bring back in Poppin' Gummy here. And just in case we didn't get a proper look at this earlier on, I love this juicy taste. I think that's so fun. Very cool. Works very similarly to the punching gummy that we saw earlier. You have the button here on the side. Pops it open. And I think it's so fun how these work, because you can see the crazy eyes there. And then when you kind of close this down, the eyes are just filled in by parts of the tongue, which gives it kind of much meeker looking eyes. That's why there are those 2 little dots there on the tongue. Those are the pupils of the fake eyes when it's closed. I think that works so well. But yeah, just a crazy little gimmick this year. I'm having fun with it. So let's go ahead. Let's open this up. You're going to want to take the lid and pop it all the way back. It'll make a sound and the tongue will jut all the way out. And then you just go ahead and drop this on top. You can see you got the light purple shining through. It says gummy. Go ahead and close it. So I think that's great. It says eat a gummy while you're cranking. You get the kind of carnival music, which is hilarious standby music. And then it does the kind of chomping sound as the mouth moves up and down. You hit the button, the tongue pops out just a little bit. Not as much as when you're loading it, just like about halfway. And then this thing will transform. And then, of course, you get the, you know, popping gummy juicy so that he is transformed. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Now, if we close this back up and we crank it again, so when you close the mouth the second time and crank it again, he says, charge me, and then you get popping gummy finish. Some nice LEDs there. But yeah, overall, a lot of fun. I think that's kind of neat. So we'll pop that all the way up, close him up, and pop him out of there. And now we will bring in Vrukan. Pop this one in. So it almost sounds like he says Vru-chan, but that's basically summoning the bike. You can see some nice LEDs there. This one changes differently from this one. So this one has the lid, goes straight up with the arms popping out from the side. This one just kind of opens up from the top, and you can see the little guy in there. I'll take a closer look in a minute when we pop him out. But yeah, I think that's fun. So we'll close this up again. So we get Vru-chan. I'm pronouncing it wrong, and I apologize, but I guess I'm going to say Vru-chan Rush. I think that's what he's saying there. But yeah, really fun. If we open this back up, close this and pop him out, and we'll temporarily close that back up. But yeah, just to take a closer look at this one again, you have the tiny little eyes there with the lollipop and the tongue. And then if we flip this open by hitting the button on the side, you can see that those were actually like punching glove type hands, and it looks like he's driving a little bike. I love the little devil ears. I think that's fantastic. Just overall, a really fun design. I think that's so cool. And it's like a sticker on this translucent pink plastic, so the light shines through it really nicely. I just think that's so fun. These things are so goofy and fun, and I kind of love them. But yeah, that is using both of these that came with it, but we do have one other one that we can try. So we have Punching Gummy, which came with the early pack of this and the, I think it was just one of the Gachard Ride Chemi trading cards. It's kind of an early release thing they do, where they kind of give you like one of the gimmick item to check out long before the show launches. So let's go ahead and pop Punching Gummy in here. So there we go, Punching Gummy. A little bit less fanfare than Popping Gummy. And you get Punching Gummy Punch. Makes total sense. Oop. So there we go. So I think this is a really fun set. I mean, this definitely has to be, if not the weirdest Henshin device I've seen for a Kamen Rider, probably top 3 at the very least. But it's fun. I think it's really goofy. The red, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just because red's not really my favorite color. I wish there was a little bit more paint in the like top area. Like this is all fine down here, but maybe the eyes be painted or some kind of accent color up here. I mean, this is a really nice metallic red that all looks really sharp, but I just feel like it's a lot of red. I would have liked maybe just a little bit more color up in this area, but that's such a minor nitpick. I mean, it's definitely a crazy, goofy looking driver, but I think it's a lot of fun. I love the sounds it makes when it's empty, you know, kind of the chomping and the burp sound. I think that's really neat. You know, these little guys are just a ton of fun, really cute, really fun, you know, little goofy gimmick items. I love them. The holder, I have to admit, is not really that exciting. I mean, it can clip on to just about anywhere if you want, like a belt or a pants pocket or something like that, but it can only hold one, and it gives them the little goofy arms, which is, I guess, kind of funny, but overall, I think probably one of the lamer holders we've had in recent years, but at the end of the day, I don't really need it for anything. I just needed this little guy to go with this little guy. So I'm having fun with this so far. I think it's going to be a crazy year. I'm definitely excited to see what we have in store. But in the meantime, I've got a ton more of these Gochizo to take a look at. So like I said, stay tuned all week. I'll be going through all the stuff I got. But yeah, definitely a fun first start. I think this belt is going to be crazy. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm very interested to see where it goes from here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.